if you're new here, I'm Ganiti, and if you're already watching my One Piece Chill channel, welcome back. Today we are going to read the newest chapter of One Piece, number 1151. So of course, spoiler alert if you're not up to date with manga, but let's see what this chapter has. Let's go. That's enough. I've got this. Very interesting title of the chapter. And then the cover page, I immediately see a foot. I'm like, what is going on? Sumo Tournament. Okay, Oni Child, Yamato and the Holy Naga Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 35. I thought it was over already, but evidently not. A sumo tournament in Hakumai. Yokozuna Sukune, Urashima's big brother, is sent flying. Man, I love how it's drawn. It's fantastic. And Yamato's happy pose. Oh my gosh, Kawamatsu. Always so cute. It makes me always so... It is the first time I feel like we see Kawamatsu in this cover story. I missed him. But also, yeah, it's kind of nice that... I guess it's not just maybe pilgrimage to that Inari Shrine. It's just showing us that Yamato, who really wanted to be like Oden, is now having this journey through the country, kind of like Oden, and maybe then this journey will continue outside the country, and we will see Yamato again. Who knows? Okay, let's move on to the chapter itself. There's a note from Oda Sensei. I went to an aerial restaurant and houseboat with Inaki, Emily, and Jacob from the live action series. Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. It was the best. Yeah, it does sound great. I kinda didn't even finish the live action series, even though I liked it. I kinda felt pressured that I have to film reaction for it, right? And so that's why if I was just going to watch them, I would have already watched all the episodes, but since I felt like I kind of have to do a reaction, I ended up not watching it until the end. I only watched first 2 episodes. What's with Dory's and Brogy's demonic transformation? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it reminds me, I saw recently some One Piece theory, I think, in the internet. Before the previous chapter even came out, the theory was, there are like some characters that might die in Elbaf, and Dory and Brogy would be good candidates. I feel like this person maybe was onto something, because then the previous chapter came out and they became these demons, and I got that question, can we turn them back? Is it possible, or are they gone now? I feel like we can though, so I'm not going to say immediately, yeah, probably that person was right and they are going to die. I think not necessarily, but yeah, they do belong to this older generation, and I feel like that's something that is more likely to be left in the past by Oda, like, okay, they died and we are now paving the way for the new generation, right? So it's easier for the sensei to get rid, unfortunately, of the characters from the older one. So I am a bit worried about them. They are really cool characters. I'm sure like everyone loves them a lot. Please snap out of it, captains. Elder Yarul is the world's oldest warrior. He is a living legend. We've always looked up to him. Yeah, and they got an order to kill Yarul, and not just kill, but to chop off his head and like that sounds so horrific. Yeah, you said it, Kashi. But the elder we all idolized is just a broken old man now. That's why it's up to us to put him out to pasture. And after that, and that's interesting, they kind of even can talk. We will reign as kings. Elbaf has no need for idols or gods. It is time to call forth a new era of war, an age ruled by the strong. I feel like, is this taking some feelings that they might have and using them? Because definitely they do value strengths, but at the same time they weren't acting evidently like that before they turned demons, right? So are these all thoughts completely given to them by Imusama? Like, how does this function? That's what I'm curious about. How can you say that? This isn't you. What the hell happened to you guys? Stay back, Kashi. They flipped. They are not the same people anymore. Yeah, pretty much. But I guess maybe they have completely flipped to a complete opposite, so to say, because that's kind of what happened. They fell into this hole and then they kind of flipped out. So maybe it's not like Emu is feeding them, obviously, right, what to say, but they themselves changed, and this is the actual thought process now. They've become pitch black demons right down to their core. No way. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Okay, let's look a little bit more closely. So the other giants that have not turned into the demons, they are obviously shocked by what is happening, and they are trying to stop Dorian Broggy from attacking Elder Yarul. He's not right there, though. They have to make a bit of a trip to get to him. And then I feel like one of the giants is here attacked. No, I think he's... Okay, Tallman. Oh, wait, he's also... Okay, Tallman is also falling into this trap. So another one was created to make him into a demon. And then he is shown as just a piece on a board. I feel like this must be a Japanese board game, something like shogi maybe, or... That's not shogi, definitely. Maybe Go, I feel like. Yeah, it looks a bit more similar to Go because it is a pretty big board in Go, but it has these black and white pieces, and this is exactly what we see on this manga page, so I think this is the game being referenced. So I feel like it shows that to Imu-sama, they are like these pieces in a board game, and the black pieces are the ones that have already been turned into demons. So here we see Tallman as a white piece still, saying, damn it, I'm stuck. And because of that bubble, like he is talking, I feel like it really visualizes how Imu-sama genuinely sees people, right? Not as people, right, but as just pieces in this big game, as this kind of items, something that he could use, etc., etc., not as living beings with feelings and stuff, you know what I mean? So I think that's a pretty cool way to show it, to be honest. No, wait, stop, I don't want to flip too. And then with this exact sound, flip, he changes. So it kind of also shows a bit more of the ability, I feel like. So it's not just, yeah, you are being turned into a demon. It's like the flip fruit or something. Well, I don't know, I feel like Imu-sama genuinely seemed to have some completely superhuman abilities. But so far, most of what we've seen from people, it's been from fruits, right? So if it was a fruit, maybe it could be this kind of flip fruit that makes you flip to the other side. But with that, it also has a lot of other clearly demonic aspects to it, which makes it seem more like this kind of mythological zone or something, because that would be a fruit that gives you a wider variety of the abilities. Well, now we have a huge double page. Oh my gosh, this is a pretty cool panel. I feel amazing. Tallman, and he changes, he flips, and I don't know, like at this panel it's pretty cool, and him saying, I feel amazing. Oh my gosh, that looks scary. Fall back, we are in a bad position here. It seems the enemy took down Gyaban too. What? Well, we saw Gyaban fall and we saw then Chopper jump after him. We didn't see what happened after. Maybe we will get a little bit of that in this chapter. But holy shit, that's also a pretty cool panel. Look at Tallman. It's kind of, I don't know, tossing his head back. I don't know, that looks pretty insane. No way, that's impossible. And I feel like the other giants are still trying to catch up, and they are hearing this, and Ripley is like, what is going on? And then she's thinking, Yasan was, so she heard that talk of, that Gyaban was taken down too, but she wasn't there to see everything that's happened, so she's kind of like trying to piece it together. Wait for me, Cologne, Mama is coming to save you. Oh. Branch 8, they're devils now, the giant warrior pirates have become complete demons, so like the kind of whole crew by now, or almost, or it's in the process. And meanwhile, the children here walking, I feel like they are asleep again, right? They seem to have their eyes closed. Yeah, because they are dreaming of nightmares, so that's what we need. We need them to be dreaming for the nightmares of Quillingham to be active. So this thought bubble actually looks adorable, to be honest. Yeah, it shows that right now they are not just dreaming, they're seeing nightmares, and thanks to Quillingham's powers, these nightmares come to life. Nightmare Fisher, I'm not sure how to read this. And this is exactly, like, see, this adorable one that they were thinking about, it's now coming out of this Fisher. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, they're so cute. Rise up, death means nothing to you. I guess Quillingham is calling to them. Wahahaha, that's right, wake up, come to life. Elbaf's nightmare will never end. Oof, yeah, it's kind of like a word play, because what's happening is a whole nightmare. But yeah, these nightmares are super cute, at least on the page, you know. Whoa, wait, what is this? He has a face? Things are really heating up, no holding back now. That is certain someone. Okay, I'm just distracted by the fact Quillingham has a face. I thought that was his face. Like, wait, is it him? Is this him? It says, okay, wait a second, give me a second. So he's saying, no holding back. Now that a certain someone has shown up, rampage to your heart's content. My dream demons, Elbaf, this is your doing. You brought these monsters into the world. Okay, nice way to kind of put the blame, I feel like, on the children, because they are thinking up those demons. Okay. Interesting. Saint Quillingham, mythical dragon fruit, model Quilleen. I think we already knew, like, the fruit was already given to us, and I was even like, oh, why didn't I think about this before? Because that's literally in his name. Hybrid form. Ah, right. So he was like in his full form, that's why he looked fully animalistic, but now he's in his hybrid form, so that's why we can see them as this Cantor that has a human face. And I have to admit, he looks very handsome. I hate to say it, but he does. Oh yeah, is it me? Or are there even more of them now? Nami is asking. Yeah, things have really spiraled out of control. Master Dory, Master Brokio, Usopp is calling to them. This is your homeland. What the hell are you doing? Open your eyes. How can you bear Tony to do something with no pride at all? He yells, crying. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a great moment, actually. Damn it, we couldn't have saved the children. No wonder Saul failed to stop them. The kids are guarded by monsters and invisible thorns. Other giants are saying some are passed out here. Bent, Ylva, as if I could pass out now. I think this is one of the moms. I swear I'm coming to save you. Just wait for me. Okay, that is a very desperate page, but I really like. I would love to see more of, like, Usopp's speech to the child. I don't know. There's something beautiful about it, you know. But now we go to another conversation. My lord, how far are we to take this? Summers is asking. The board is already covered in our color, Quillingham is saying. So Quillingham is also seeing this as this, I assume, board game of Go. Saying like, okay, most of the pieces are already black, our color. So we definitely have an upper hand here. I'm not sure most. They got the giant pirates crew, but there's so many more giants and humans and people on this island. But okay, these nightmares are made. Okay, that's fair also. I guess if we count nightmares, these are also our pieces, and we have God's Knights that are also our pieces. Alright, that's fair. These nightmares are made of pure malice. If we let them rage, they'll eventually destroy themselves. Press on until it shatters, Imu says in Gunka's body. Until what shatters? The spirit of Elbaf. Had Harold not blundered in that critical hour, this nation would long have been beneath my rightful dominion. Okay, wait a second. This nation would long have been beneath my rightful dominion. Maybe Imu did make some kind of offer to Harald as well, and then so Harald, we kind of talked about this before. I feel like we didn't get the definite answer yet, so we are still speculating, but I think it makes sense, right? Now that Imu-sama wants Dorian Broggy to be these kings, so it will be a nation that's easy to manipulate and rule. Maybe there was an offer made to King Harald, but since he is an honorable man, he was like, yeah, no, we are going to be our own nation, and you can go fuck yourself. And Imu-sama was like, well, then I guess you'll have to die. Which also begs the question why the powers of Imu-sama couldn't have been used on King Harald. Maybe he was that strong that he couldn't have been flipped, as I was talking about before. Like, okay, maybe it depends on your strengths and on your will, how you react to this flipping and how it affects you, which again is all my speculation. But holy shit, my rightful dominion. Okay, man, or woman, actually, I don't think I'm saying he, but I think we don't actually know Imu-sama's like gender or anything. I think it's more reasonable to say they, because I have no idea. Could be a woman, could be like a creature without gender at all. I mean, it could be anything. A few minutes earlier, the realm of the dead. And Gyaban is falling. Okay, I thought for a second Gyaban was falling more like into the ocean, that there was ocean beneath, but yeah, that makes sense. He is falling into the realm of the dead, and it's actually a good place to fall in right now. I feel like I jumped without thinking. Chopper's thinking. I jumped without thinking. Yeah, because he's falling down and he doesn't have wings or anything. Wait, I gotta stay calm. I can do this. I can do this. I can't let him die. And what is he? Is he riding on air? Or I'm not sure. Okay, let's see the next page. Wait, another gorgeous double page. So he used guard point to soften the blow, and I assume they will be okay. If you want to hear about it, get on your knees, Hayruddin. You killed my father, Loki. He was my dad too. And look what you did to your own parents. Stop it, Hayruddin. Okay, they are quarreling. The brothers are quarreling. Hey, Chopper just fell down. I like it. That sounds so casual. They're talking, quarreling, and oh, hey, it's Chopper just fell down. Totally normal occurrence, by the way. I heard a noise, but did you see him? Nah, you're right. Something definitely just fell down here. It's just past that ridge. Oh my gosh, and they are chomping on meat, Loki and Luffy. There's something cute about it, no? Wait, how did I know it was Chopper? Luffy asks. Someone's with him, but they're hurt. How did I know it was Chopper? I thought he could see it, but now it seems like it was far away and it was just some kind of Luffy's instincts telling him it's Chopper. Something serious must be happening if they fell all the way from the realm of the sun, Sanji says. And Zoro offers, let's go find them right away, which I think is a good idea. Hayruddin is still standing like he is about to chop Loki. Yeah, that's a very nice frame. I'm glad to see them all again. We kind of haven't seen them for a while now, but I feel like they should be. These are our strongest pieces. Okay, we need them on board. And Gyaban is also one of our strongest pieces. Now here too. Hey, God and Goldberg, is there anything you want us to fetch on the way? Like someone's head or some jewels? Fair question. There's something I want. No, Loki, we are not going to set you free. He's like, there is something I want. Yes, not gold, not jewels, not anything, but setting me free, which I will actually would be helpful because he is antagonized by God's knights. Maybe he's not a fan of Elbaf and how maybe Elbaf treated him. We don't know if he is kind of gray area morally, but I feel like he would fight God's knights and Imu-sama, so yeah, I feel like right now it would be beneficial for us, for our side, to set him free. No need to be so serious. Ring ring. Hello, Loki. Mosa, I'm busy. Let's chat later. Okay, that's someone he was talking before, like his informant. I'll be quick. I have my hands full here too. I just have one thing to say. Huh? Fine, just keep your voice down. But I feel like everyone can still hear the conversation. I feel like the others left. It's only Gerd and Goldberg here right now, and I feel like, yeah, only they are listening now to that conversation. But by the panels with their faces, I think they can hear it, right? Earlier, I didn't get the chance to tell you before, but the truth is, it looks like I'm not going to be able to use a transponder snail for a while. Huh? Did something happen? At first, I was just scared, but before I knew it, I found our conversations to be a calming experience, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. That's why I wanted to thank you again. That's so sweet. What is this? Is something happening to you? Loki is asking. That nasty business didn't crop up again, did it? When that's a thought bubble? No, I think that's his whispering. That's not a thought bubble. It's okay, don't worry about me. Is that place? Thank you for everything you've done till now. Wait, hey, Mosa! Something is happening to Mosa. Loki's only friend, possibly. Beep, beep. Damn, what are you looking at? He asks. It's nice to know that you somehow found a friend to lean on in the realm of the dead, Gerd says. Yeah, that's so cute. Don't you dare tell anyone. God, you have to treat him. It's Yasan. He's severely wounded. And now the others are back right after this conversation. So this old timer's popular around here, huh? Good job saving him, Chopper, Luffy says. What? Hehehe. It was nothing special. Oh, old Chopper coming back. But praising me doesn't make me happy or anything, you jerk. I feel like we didn't see that for a while. Wait, is this what? This old man? Did we skip some kind of conversation? Well, I guess it was like behind the scenes. You are saying he was on the Pirate King's crew? Luffy is shocked. That means he was on the same ship as Roger and Rayleigh. He served as one of the Pirate King's wings alongside Dark King Rayleigh. He was probably their third strongest member. What? He really was a big shot pirate then, huh? No wonder he was tough. So Shanks must know him too, Luffy says, continuing eating. He just moved. I think he's trying to say something. Yes, son, what is it? Must be something important. I was second strongest. It reminds me of Sanji and Zora kind of going at each other. Even though I feel like Zora is pretty much almost as strong as Luffy. I feel like maybe Luffy got a bit further away by now, but Zora is definitely the second strongest. But Sanji is still super strong, and there is this kind of rivalry going on. So I feel like this is showing us that there was maybe a similar dynamic between Yavan and Rayleigh. I don't know. He couldn't let that comment slide. That was important. Yes, son, I'm glad you're awake. What could put a man like him in this condition? That's right, things up there are bad, Luffy. We need you guys. Yeah, and Chopper can like fill them in on what is going on, and then they are going to go and where things are going? This is escalating to like, I don't know what, the final arc. Imusama is our villain now, and well, okay, we still have Blackbeard somewhere, so maybe we will have some arc after that. But yeah, it kind of feels like we are at the finale almost, right? They've taken the kids hostage. There's only a handful of enemies, but nobody can even make them budge. A bunch of enormous monsters are running amok too, Chopper explains. And the top of all that... Huh? Hey, now, this Haki is... So there's this panel that basically shows a very, very strong Haki, which I assume is Imusama's. And Gyaban also kind of recognizes it somehow or something, being like, hey, now this Haki is... Huh? Yeah, and everyone, I feel like, has a strong reaction to this Haki. I feel like, yeah, Gyaban could recognize it. The others, I feel like, are just like, wow, this is really strong. Everybody, Hyorodin is saying, we need to get a lift up to the Sun Realm right now. Elbaf is in danger. Chopper, that's enough. I've got this. Luffy saying, well, that was kind of like the name of the chapter. I've got this. What could be the source of this ridiculous burst of haki? Loki is excited. Haha, you guys really will need my power now, and I think we will. They are finally ready to go. Okay, that's exciting. I feel like, okay, our guys are joining the fray. They are joining the battle, and now it's going to get even more serious. And yeah, it feels like we have these gods. We already met Gorosei on Egghead. Now we have these God's Knights. We have Imusama themselves. They're kind of in Gunka's body, so maybe that's like not fully it yet, but at least a taste of it. I'm not sure how this works, but yeah, this is picking up for sure. What I find the most interesting right now, well, not even most mysterious, who is this friend of Loki's, Mosa, and what happened to this friend. Like, they're talking like they won't be able, though he said, or they said, that we won't be able to talk for a while. It's not like we won't be able to talk anymore at all. But then there's this like, oh, thank you, I really felt like I had a friend in you, etc., etc., which I feel like kind of implies that Mosa feels like he is in danger and he might die. So I'm super curious who this is. I'm even like trying to Google right now. Maybe there's some information that I forgot or something that could help us. Seems to be really like Loki's only friend. So I think that could also be an interesting piece on our board. It is unclear if Mosa is an actual name or a nickname. In Japanese, Mosa Mosa means to be hairy, to be thickly bearded. The official Viz Media translation interprets this as a nickname and translates it to shaggy. So that's a bit of an interesting piece of information. It tells us maybe Mosa is this kind of hairy or bearded character, which could give us some more hints on who it could be. I feel like in this case where it's some mysterious person, and especially if they're going by the nickname, I feel like it must be someone that we know, some character. How close can he show up at Elbaf, like when will he come into play? I feel like I can't say it yet, but yeah, I feel like this is kind of the main mystery for me right now, aside from Imusama's powers and like how they work. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I feel like that is pretty interesting, but I feel like that would be it for this chapter though. I kind of scrolled through it again, looked at it. I feel like we've covered everything. But what is your favorite moment? I'm not sure like which one is mine. I feel like the whole chapter is pretty exciting. I liked the reveal of Saint Quillingham. I'm shocked how handsome he is. And I liked how Tall Man was turned. It was in a nice sequence. And I feel like, you know what? My favorite moment is them showing us this vision of Imusama and possibly other God's Knights as well, as this is like a huge board and we have pieces, and this just shows how little they think of people living in this world. The God's Knight and Imusama, they think of themselves as like so cool and higher than thou, etc., etc., holier than thou, and so for them they are above, they're here as gods, and these are just some, like we would say, chess pieces, but this is a Japanese manga, it's go pieces. I'm not sure how they're called properly. So yeah, I think this is actually my favorite moment. I thought that was really cool touch, but please share yours in the comments down below, as well as your general thoughts on the chapter. But that would be it for today, so thank you for watching and see ya.